in what they do, and what it's more interesting is the flavors that you will get from these things. It's quite impressive. It's something that you won't be able to do in your backyard, unfortunately, but you will be able to try it here in a nice luau. It's really tender pork meat. Cannot tell you how impressive it is. I know I talk a lot about food, but you know, for me it's part of my experience, and I want it to be part of your experience too. And so this is how we'll start the luau. And right after that, the party will start. You will have luau dancers. For those that already learn here the luau, this is your time to go there and tell these Hawaiian people, you know what, this is how you dance a luau, you know, after you learn with the girl that dances a luau here. And you will be able to appreciate also fire dances. They will have different demonstrations from all the regions of the Polynesia. So you will be able to appreciate how rich their culture is through their dances and everything that they do. This is the luau, one of the luaus that we have. We don't recommend one or the others. They are really good, both of the luaus that we have available. It's just that you will be able to decide whether you want to do it the day of Lahaina or the day in Honolulu, because depending on the activities that you will be doing in the day, sometimes it conflicts with the departure times of the luau. So just keep these in mind. Now, before we move on to the next sport, I just want to tell you how you can book a tour. There are different ways to book a tour. The first one is just passing by the shore excursions desk and talking to the destination specialist right there. The second one will be through your TV. If you're in your stateroom and you're just looking at the description on your booking form and you really feel attracted of some excursions, you just go to your TV and you will be to click some buttons and you will get the tickets directly in your stateroom. And the third one, in the case that we're closed, just drop off your booking form. In the case that you see a line but you already know the excursion that you want, just walk to the drop-off box that is right there on the desk and drop your booking form and we'll deliver it to you. However, my best recommendation, ladies and gentlemen, for you to make the most of your time ashore in Hawaii is talk to us directly. Ask the question. Tell us what you want to see and what you want to visit. What is it that you want to experience? And trust me, the shore staff is well trained to make sure that all your questions are answered. Even if we don't have the answers, we have contact with the tour operators, with locals that will be able to answer your question. This will be the best way to book a shore excursion. Move on to our next sport, which is Lahaina. Lahaina, we're going to arrive at 8 a.m. We'll be there until midnight. And it's very important, we're going to be tendering that particular day. What is a tendering service? We will have our small boats and we will be anchored in a certain position very nearby from the pier. What we'll have is these small boats taking you from the ship directly ashore. It's a 5 to 10 minutes ride from the ship directly there. These tenders are running constantly. The speed of them will depend on the weather conditions of the day, but usually it runs really smooth right there in Lahaina. And we're going to have this tendering service all the way throughout the day. I recommend you to check your daily program to know at what time exactly is going to be the last tender to come back to the ship. You don't want to miss the ship. You want to just continue in your journey on board the Celebrity Century. Of course, the first recommendation for the port of Lahaina is going to be the Hana and Halakeala Crater helicopter tour. Why? Because this is the best way to get to see it. And this is quite an impressive sight just to see from a lookout point. You know, this is so vast. It is so big that you won't have enough time to explore it. And it's so unique that the NASA, they will use the terrain here to simulate the moon terrain. It is quite unlikely that you will find something like this in this world, you know, so that is why they will use it. And they will be able to show you in this helicopter and to tell you everything that goes on in this crater. It is really impressive, as I mentioned, just the pictures talk by themselves. Quite massive just to walk to be around this area, and you will be able to appreciate it most with your helicopter. Not only you will be passing by the Halakeala crater, but you will be also seeing some waterfalls as you go. And you will go to the valley of the falls. You will be able to appreciate it with the helicopter. They are so tall that once again the best way to get to see these beautiful falls is from the helicopter. We will pass by the Hana rainforest. You will be able to get to appreciate the beauty of nature. You will go by the coast of East Maui as well, get to see. And of course, you will be passing by the small secluded town of Hana, which is one world famous town to visit. I don't know if you had the time to read the reviews of places that you will be able to see in Hawaii, and you will learn that in TripAdvisor, this is one of the best ranked places to visit while you are in Hawaii, Hana Town. And it's so impressive because not only the place itself is wonderful, it's the way there that makes it really beautiful. It's quite a journey. And about that, we can talk in the next excursion, which is the adventure to Hana. This is the road that you will be able to pass by. This is not for people who suffer from motion sickness, because you will be going in approximately 617 curves all around. It's going woo, woo, woo. People said, you know what, I will be able just to go, you will be able just to go on my own, you know, I will be able just to go ahead and rent a car. How difficult it can be. It won't be difficult, but trust me, you will have your wife or your husband telling you, look at the tree, look at the road, there's a car, here's a car coming. And I know this, why? Because I've had guests who have done it in the past on their own, and they just come back and they tell me, you know what, my wife was too annoying, I couldn't appreciate the beauty. I was too focused on the road because it's really winding. You know, you will have 600 curves all at once to go there. And it's quite beautiful because you will be able to appreciate the mountains on one side and you will be able to appreciate the sea on the other. So it's quite a world famous road trip. And after that, of course, you will be able to go to Hana. This is how you will be able to see. I wanted to bring these pictures so you can have a picture. You see the road there, you are from here, you go to one curve after the other. And it's quite nice, quite impressive. You will be able to see it. As you're going on your way there, you will be able to pass by Kaumahina State Park. Sorry for my Hawaiian. It's quite difficult to pronounce. Really beautiful. You will be passing by Napa Napa. You will be able to pass by the Wailua Falls. Quite impressive as well. And you will be able to pass by the Sacred Pools. You will be able to see all of these as you're going to the road to Hana and get to appreciate it. Of course, at the end, you will reach Hana, you will have a lunch, and we will take you on the way back to the grave of Charles Lindbergh. This guy, you know, was a famous aviator. He crossed all of the Atlantic, and he just became famous because of that particular action. And once you go there, you will learn more about the history of this man who lived in Maui for quite a long time, and then he died in 1974 of cancer. This is something that you will be able to do on this particular trip, that is the adventure to Hana. The other excursion that we have available for you, and it's for those that are looking into something mild to do from the comfort of their bus. They don't want something as strenuous as the road to Hana. It will be the Maui Duluth sightseeing. What you see right there is the Iao Valley, and you will be able to get to see it from a different lookout point. Right here you will see it's a little bit tiny, but it's quite impressive. Okay, you will be able to get to see it from the comfort of your bus. You will go to a lookout point and get to see it. After that, you will be taken to a Maui plantation where you will learn about their crops. You will be able to see beautiful gardens, species that are native to Hawaii. It's quite nice because, as I mentioned, it's a mild excursion. You will appreciate still the beauty of the island by going to different places. And right after that, we will take you to another highlight, which is the Ocean Center in Maui. Now this one is quite impressive. I know that you've been to aquariums all around the world. Probably you've seen something that is bigger, but trust me, it's not as impressive here. In Hawaii, there are marine species that can only grow here. Colors that you will only see here. And I must tell you that I was impressed. I've been all around the world with celebrity, and I've been to many aquariums, from Portugal all the way to Australia. And this is quite impressive, not only because you will be walking under the water, get to see it, but because of the species that you will be able to appreciate. I dare you to look for the coral fish. you won't find it that easy. You really have to be attentive to the movement of the ice to get these particular species that can grow only in Hawaii. It's quite an experience, as I mentioned. It's a mild tour, it's very short. You will be able to appreciate all these different highlights from the comfort of your bus, and then after that we will bring you back to the ship. For those that are looking into something more active and are looking into something more related to volcanoes, we have the Halekeala Crater House of the Rising Sun. You will be able to go directly to the observatory and to the research center and get to learn about this particular place, why it's so impressive, why it makes it unique here. You will have even people, scientists, that will be able to give you explanations about what goes on in this place. And this is specifically for those that are looking into something more active, because it can get really strenuous as you're going to this place. As we have something for everyone, I just want to mention that we have a golf experience, 18 holes in a particular resort in Hawaii. It's really nice, very good feedback for those golfers that have done it, and I will recommend it to you in the case that you want to just go and play. Also, we have the submarines. I'm pretty sure you have tried it before, some of you, and you have tried probably in Cayman Islands, you have probably tried in other islands in the Caribbean, but once again, this is Hawaii. There are species that are native only from here, and you will be able to appreciate them from the comfort of your submarine. You can go up to 100 feet depth. It's quite impressive.